So I thought I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes early. I just got free and I thought I'd just start talking and see who shows up. Uh, so basically, I just wanted to talk about zoocosis, which is the boredom that we feel. I've spoken about this before, but I thought it was about time we start speaking about it again because a lot of people have been messaging me saying, life is getting so boring, especially post pandemic. Life has gotten so like weird in that sense. So I thought I'd talk about zoocosis. I thought I'd talk about most importantly why you should keep learning. Okay, and I believe extremely strongly in why people need to keep learning, and I'll tell you exactly why. There is a very philosophical, very existential reason for you to continue and keep learning. All right, so let's wait another 15-20 seconds and see if people show up, and then of course I will take questions, etc., etc. Let's see. Let's wait another 10 seconds. All right, let's begin. So, why should you keep learning? All right. I'm connecting two topics here. One is zoocosis, and the other is why you should keep learning. So, let's talk about learning first, right? Learning is extremely important for you to understand the world, and not just the world, but yourself. Okay. So you don't have to learn. Not only have to learn about the world, geography, politics, how it works, why it works because it does, but also keep learning about yourself. Okay, why am I feeling this? What is going on in my brain? What is this feeling? When I work out and I come back, where exactly are these chemicals coming from? Okay, so you're learning both of these things. But the larger thing, the larger game that you are playing here is that you want to realize that things are temporary. Because once you start learning, you realize that they keep changing. And if you observe, most people stop learning, or they will only learn things that make sense to them, um, financially, monetarily, okay? But they won't just keep learning. Yeah. So there are many ways to learn. One is isolation. Okay, when you completely isolate yourself. Like for example, in my case, the reason I learned so much, or whatever I know, or all my thought processes, or all my geography knowledge, etc., etc., or even language knowledge, or whatever it is, was largely because my parents used to like throw me out or not talk to me. Okay, so I had a lot of time on my hands. Yeah, and I used to sit and do my own thing and play with my own thoughts and read my own books and do whatever. At that time, of course, we did not have social media. Now, of course, I sit with my videos, and then at that point, I realized that being alone is extremely important. Yeah, and looking at these things, when you see things, and you keep learning, you realize they're all temporary, and in some sense they do not exist. All right, so that is what you come to know about life, like through learning continuously, not just about money, but about everything else. Through learning you come to know that life is simply temporary. Okay, and that it does not have any significance. And even after you realize that it does not have any significance, once you realize this, I'm not talking about knowing it, we all know it, but once you realize this, then you will come to a point where you say, I still want to learn because I want to keep reminding myself that life is meaningless. And then you see the various ways in which life is meaningless, and that's when you become that meaninglessness. That is when you become truly free in that sense. And another reason that we need to continue learning is it is the best way to destroy zoocosis. Okay, zoocosis is something all of us are going through. We are bored animals, we are bored, angry animals who are living in cages. Yeah, in some, we've basically made cement cages for ourselves, and we just hate the fact that we have to do this nonsense all day and not work out and not be in the sun and live and fight and do all the things that we are designed to do as animals. That frustration is best neutralized by learning. Or you can go out and get a workout, like a serious workout, or you can live a life which is that of jumping around and working out and working hard, etc. That's another option. But learning of all in all aspects, even if you're going out for a workout, even if you're living a life where you're running around and jumping, right? Keep learning. How do I jump better? How do I do this? And keep an eye on yourself. All right, so we've talked about two things. One is learning, both the outside or the inside, and the reason you should keep learning is one, zoocosis, and second, to realize that everything is temporary. Because when you're constantly learning about the same thing, you learn different things, and then you realize that with time, that same thing is continuously changing. Okay, you don't see it because atoms seem like a singular stream, but actually it's just a stream of atoms, and those atoms are also continuously changing. Your perspective is continuously changing. When you look at the same thing, even though it's not changed, you've changed, right? So you're realizing the temporariness of things in its entirety, and you have to realize this. You cannot just be like, oh, he told me, I understood, yes, I agree, I see the world. No, no, no. You have to realize this, and when you realize this, you will not be able to express it. Okay, it's taken me so long to express what I feel about the world. So that's about it. That's all. So keep learning and learn to realize how temporary things are, and to stave away zoocosis. Okay, zoocosis is the reason why all this nonsense exists. The reason that we've made such a big civilization and that we create wars, because we are simply bored. We are simply bored. You could say it's expansionist. You could say it's greed. You could say it is blind will, whatever. But at the basis of it is just that we are bored animals in a cage, and we do not know what to do with ourselves. We do not know what to do with each other. We do not know what to do with our children or our parents. We just are. We are just existing and living on basic instincts. So that's it. That's my topic. So let's take some questions. How to start learning? Like I said, and now it's so easy. Just go on YouTube. Okay, go follow the right people, learn about the world. Okay, open an atlas, open a map, go and see the capitals. Start with that. Start with basics. Start with what is my surroundings. You don't need to learn maths and all. Maths has no relevance in real life. Okay, I mean, to a certain extent, in community life, it does. But generally, what should you learn about your surroundings, about your geography? Why does it rain? Why does it, like why is it raining right now here? Or what is happening with climate change? Or what are tectonic plates? Or what is the capital of this place? Or what is the politics of that place? Or everything that is real, you should learn. And nowadays, it's so easy. You just have to follow the right channels. Yeah. And secondly, how do you start learning from the inside? You keep observing yourself. You keep going through feelings. Ideally, you should go to Vipassana, and you should see how your feelings originate. You understand right from the brain. Like, I can understand that dopamine, when it comes, it rushes across my brain. Similarly, I understand that serotonin comes from my gut. It largely comes from my gut, and it makes me feel very satisfied about myself. So these things, first you're reading them about them outside. Let's say you read about serotonin, then you experience it, and you've got a complete idea of the world. And that and then th- that experience each time turns out to be something different, and that's when you realize the world is temporary. It's all bullshit. How to not care about others? The question is, why do you care about others? Right now, you are not in a position as a civilization where we have to care about others. All we have to do is work, make our money, right? Earlier, caring about others meant that if we did not care, we would die. They would ostracize us, they would throw us out, we would starve. Now you don't need to care about others, especially if you're a woman. If you are a woman, caring for others is ingrained in you. Get it out. And that is where awareness comes. You have to be aware of, why am I caring about this person? What is happening here? What is the animalistic instinct that is making me care about this person? It's all animalism. Everything is just animalism. You are also an animal, and you're just a chemical formula. Okay, so what is happening in this chemical formula? Why is it happening? That's what you need to learn. Okay, isn't learning also meaningless? Learning also is meaningless, but for you to realize meaninglessness, all right, even after all this meaninglessness, I still learn, because I want to keep that realization on top, keep on top of that realization that it is all meaningless. You cannot just go around saying things are meaningless, because what happens if you don't realize it? Your body still thinks things are meaningless. At some level, your brain still thinks things are, sorry, your body still thinks things are meaningful. Your brain still thinks things are meaningful. Okay, you're still taking life seriously if you just go around saying it. If you realize it, automatically it will come through your whole body, and you have to keep realizing it. You cannot just one fine day become enlightened. It does not work like that. You have to keep on the ball. Okay, general knowledge is important, very important. Keep up your general knowledge every single day. Look at what is happening in the world. Understand geopolitics, understand capitals, understand people, all day. Okay, how to know the mistake is that it's yours or others. Well, oh, that's a very good question actually. So you have to first try and understand where the mistake comes from. Okay, does it originate from you, or does it originate from others? Like, whose greed is involved? All right, and generally when you're making a mistake, you're in a bit of a hurry. So who was in a hurry? What exactly was happening? All right, and when if you're talking about a crime, like what your parents do to you, like when they shout at you, so then you're thinking, oh, is it my mistake, is it my fault? Okay, if you're looking for fault here, all right, always look at the person who's suppressing things. There is always one person who's suppressing. Now, for example, if you talk back to your parents respectfully, and they suppress you, they're like, no, bado se baat mat karo, talk well with your elders. That is when you realize, okay, they are it's their fault. They are trying to suppress something. The moment somebody tries to suppress something, it is generally their fault. Okay, it's very hard to learn anything if you know nihilism philosophy. It feels like everything is futile. I understand, but still keep learning. Keep learning, because there'll be a point where everything will be futile, and yet you'll be playing with it. Just play with it. It's nothing. I mean, look at my thing. Okay, I was thrown out of the house at the age of 18 or 19. I had no money. I had nothing. Okay, obviously, don't you think things were futile for me? I had a weird life. Okay, and thankfully I had friends who supported me. But I said, no, I will learn. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's see where it takes us. How bad can it get? Okay, so it's really about, that is what enlightenment is. Everyone can give up. It's very easy to give up. But if you've given up and you're still learning, that's a very interesting dichotomy. And that's where you start playing with life. You're like, "Yeah, the game is useless, but let's play it now. What's the point? At least I'm getting rid of my boredom, you know." Earning 1 lakh per month in Delhi with 400 AQI or 20K in 30 AQI. What would you choose? 20K in 30 AQI. Any day I would choose a lesser salary with a healthier air. Because why? What do you want to achieve? You're going to go to the what is it? Cephalogist they're called, for the lungs. Okay. And some shit is going to come. You're going to start coughing blood. Is it worth it? What are you going to do with that 1 lakh? Who is that 1 lakh for? This body, na? This body, na? If you're having children also, it's for their bodies, na? You have to keep the body alive. If the body is not alive, what is the point? It's hard to learn anything if you know nihilism. Yeah, okay, we talked about this. Mm-hmm. Thoughts. 1 second. What did Shalin ask? Okay. How to avoid over ambition in this hyper competitive world? Ooh. I'll give you a very easy this for over ambition, right? If you look at the Ambanis, okay, basically uh the richest man in India, right? He's a very smart guy. He's not over ambitious, but he knows when to strike. Okay, don't be over ambitious. Just plan well. Okay, understand your market, understand where you are going, understand what you want, and once you've created your niche, there is no need to be over ambitious. Strike at the right time. Everything will fall. Okay, because remember, all business as of today is a scam. All right, including your AI, including everything, it's just a scam. It's largely being propped up by what do you call it, pension funds. It's by BlackRock, by your Anarock, by all these things, right? They are all the old people's money is propping up these businesses. Most of them cannot work, most of them are not profitable, but because some old person has invested money in BlackRock, and the BlackRock has kept the money over there, right? So that old people's money is keeping propping markets up. So how do you disrupt this market? The question is, strike at the right point. Don't worry about competing every day, getting up from your bed. No, keep yourself sharp. I'm not saying no. Keep yourself sharp. Invest in yourself. All right. That's why I say knowledge. Keep your mind sharp. Keep your body sharp, and then then strike like a snake when it's required. Okay. I think a person can't say that he is a nihilist. It's absurd. Why can't a person say he is a nihilist? What is absurd about it? I am an FList currently at this moment, but at the point I was a nihilist. Can I take multiple sleeping pills? No need to. No. Yeah, I tried it. It doesn't work, boss. It doesn't work. Sorry. It's up to you, but it doesn't work. Your thoughts on veganism. I have tried becoming a vegan after watching Acharya Prashant videos, but I failed miserably. Same here. Same here. I tried becoming a vegan twice in my life. One was for 2 months and I lost all energy. I had no energy to wake up. Also, okay, I cannot. I personally cannot be a vegan. It really depends. I don't think I personally don't find it very healthy being a vegan. But if someone's body is taking it good, fair enough. I have no problem with being a vegan. Of course, like, but I have another aspect of being a vegan is that I'm an FList, right? So I'd want to eat meat. Unfortunately, I cannot eat beef. It doesn't work with me. But I want to eat meat so I can push more carbon into the air. That's my whole game. All right. So I'm on a very separate. But if someone can be a vegan, good for them. How to be a good communicator? Practice, practice, practice. That's all. All you need to do is practice. There's nothing else. Okay, learn, speak, make mistakes, correct those mistakes. Now you have Chat GPT. You have Chat GPT to talk with, Chat GPT to write your things. Just speak, speak, keep speaking. Okay, you'll be fine. I was a horrible communicator. See my old videos 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I could not even speak properly. Now I'm like boom, 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 boom. It just speak. It just like yeah. I hate doing jobs. I am a graduate. What should I do? Depend on your parents or get a job. I don't know what else to do, man. That's all we can do. Or unless you want to get into one of those scams with your Ankur Wariku or whatever his name is. Hey Rafa, nice to see you. Your views on today's announcement on Gaza by Trump. Ooh. Anyways, the previous video was great. Thank you. On Gaza. I'm very happy. I'm just like you certain people deserve that treatment. All right, and these people have messed with the world um time and time and again throughout history. All right, and just they got someone who messes with them back. So let's see how it plays out. I don't like the problem is that these people they keep quiet only when messed with back. When treated well, they will keep trying to strike you and they will destroy you like Europe is doing. And if you don't agree with me, well, wait until they get to you. What else can I say? No nihilism, absurd. A person cannot say that he is nihilist. But why can't he say it? Tell me why. How to shield people's overpowering energy and stop being intimidated. Ooh, build your own energy. Okay, I'm telling you, first go work out. Then, secondly, learn how to stand, learn how to talk back, learn how to speak. All right, it does not matter. I knew a guy. He was barely 5 feet tall. Okay, he would dominate the entire college. All right. So overpowering energy and being intimidated, it's really a point of view. All right. I love the guy. He was a good friend of mine. All right. And I would always stand by him. Why? Because of energy. It's all about energy. So you have to sharpen yourself. Go there, no matter how short you are. Working out is extremely important. It gives you a certain confidence. If you can, go for martial arts. Okay. If you can, learn how to communicate, just sharpen yourself. I think I get very childish when I think I'm close to someone, but suddenly I do something over that I don't think it is, but it gets over according to the other person. What? All right, 1 minute. I think I get very childish. 1 second. When I think I'm close to someone, but suddenly I do something. Okay. But you see, you have to. The problem is, I understood your problem. Your problem is that you get close to someone, then you say too much or you do too much, and then suddenly the person goes away or runs away. It's a very simple thing. You have to establish open communication with the person. All right, you are going to cross lines in a relationship. You are going to cross lines 100 times a day, but the point is to talk about it. Hey, you crossed this line, this is not okay. And then when you get that feedback, you have to be like, okay, you have to keep yourself aware. Okay, maybe I didn't do this. Maybe I shouted too loudly. Maybe I overacted. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe something like that. So you have to be extremely alert and aware about these things, and find a partner who communicates with you. Invite Jayant Bhandari again, it would be fun to watch, sure. How to stop it? To stop it, like I said, communicate and improve yourself. Work, look at yourself constantly. This world seems fake to me. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true, really? Okay. It's too bad to be true, in my opinion. It's completely fake. Everything is fake. It's all a stream of atoms. If you carefully look at it, it's all a stream of atoms. There's nothing to take stress about. There's nothing to, I mean, forget everything else. The chances of you actually being here alone are quite high. There's something called solipsism. Okay, like I know the fact that I exist, right? But how do I know you exist? How do I know any of you exist? How do I know any of this is real? Right? So it's taken philosophy to that level that you may be the only person. It's called brain in a jar theory. If your brain is a jar and it is being simulated in a world, how do I know this world is not simulation? All right, that is why the only thing extremely important to concentrate on is yourself, because you are the approver of existence. You are the approver that this atom exists, right? These atoms exist. What's your opinion? Some people say antinatalism selfish because antinatalism only cares about children, not care about wild animals. Fair enough. Who we don't care. Okay, if we are selfish, we are selfish. We only care about children. I personally care about animals too. I have become, although my name is NihilAnand, I have become an nihilist. All right. So yeah, it's really okay if they say nihilists are selfish or antinatalists are selfish. Let them say. Maybe they are right. Who knows? Okay, it's really a point of view. It's really up to what you want to say, save. Like when in my book I have written that I only how to stop all human suffering, not animal suffering. Now if people want to call me selfish, okay, their problem. Nihilism versus ephilism, ephilism any day. I'm an ephilist. I used to be a nihilist. I think ephilism comes when you start caring about others, when you start caring about every life and say, you know what, I'm going to burn the world for you, not because, not because the world hurts you, but because you feel pain. Okay, I don't want you to feel pain anymore, ever for the rest of eternity. That is aphilism. That is called true compassion. Were you a vegetarian before? I was not a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian as a child for many, many years. And then one day it did not work for me. I felt very weak. I was a short kid. I did not really, I don't know, I didn't feel enough energy. One day I started eating fish just randomly out of nowhere, and then I started eating meat and everything, and then since then I shot up in height. Okay, my height shot up by 1 foot or something like that. So yeah, I it's really, non-vegetarianism has really worked for me. Your view on morality is a point of view. It does not exist objectively. Okay, just because someone says, oh, killing is wrong, does not mean killing is wrong. There are situations, there are points of view, there are contexts, there is legalese, there are so many things. So don't take morality as something objective. Just be smart about it. Use common sense. All right. Raf, I have been going to the gym and it feels great, but it gets very tiring, and I can't do things after the session. I have been only 6 months into it. Does it get better over time? See, it does get better over time, but what really matters is what are you eating? What food are you eating? Are you eating enough protein? Okay, are you eating enough? You need to even have sugar. You cannot just like have enough sugar to make sure you have enough energy, have enough carbs to make sure you have energy. Okay, so many aspects are there. You can, for 6 months you should have got used to it by now, but there's something obviously either wrong with your diet or either wrong with your body in some sense. Then you'll need a doctor. Okay. विश्व गुरु में सब खुश क्यों दिखते हैं? कौन खुश दिखता है भाई? Who looks, we keep saying, oh, Vishwa Guru. Who looks happy in this? I don't see anybody happy in India, man. I really don't. Bangalore is one place I found people to be genuinely happy. But overall, I find people illiterate. Find people to be sad in India. I'm talking about. I find people to be frustrated more than anything. Do you feel anxiety due to life uncertainty or even job uncertainty? I used to. I used to be extremely anxious. But now I don't care. Now I'm like, everything is meaningless. Who cares? Worst case scenario, I'll jump. Okay, worst case scenario, okay, nothing happens. I have no money. There is no life is not this, whatever, whatever. Jump, forget it, man. It doesn't matter to me. For me, it's all just a simulation. Okay. For these bunch of so stop feeling anxiety. Realize where you are. Why are you feeling anxiety? Because you are taught certain ideas. If I don't have enough money, what will happen? If I don't do this, what will happen? Who cares? Okay, in India you have so many options. You can just walk to the Narmada Parikrama and do it without any money. All right, just go and you'll be fed. Or you can like like I've always thought about it. Like worst case scenario, if I go either I do the parikrama or I just jump from somewhere. It doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. You know who cares? The less you have to lose, the better you'll get with time. Okay, but the point is stop wanting things. The moment you want things, it's anxiety. For someone who is bad at earning money, what are the consequences? Ooh, I'm very bad at earning money personally. The consequences are very simple. Like first get over the idea of money. All right, be okay with money. Okay, it's fine. And then you will figure out ways. Look at it objectively. The moment you look at money as something big, you will never attain it. All right, just look at it as normal. Fine, we'll do it. We'll figure it out. Earn it slowly, build it. It'll happen. Don't worry. Have you read Nietzsche? I have not read Nietzsche. I have read his thoughts. Interesting. I don't particularly believe in philosophers, as you all know. Jasleen Kaur. Okay. What are your thoughts on Sikh community? Ooh. They are an interesting bunch of people. Definitely among my favorites in India. Because they have a lot of character. They stand by what they say. They're very loud. I trust loud people. They abuse. I trust people who abuse. I don't trust people who don't abuse. And overall, very generous people, and have only given me love until today. And I trust them. Like I trust them. I would trust a sick man who's driving my taxi. I would trust a sick man who is SIKH, not SICK, sick. I would trust any, like in general. I have a lot of trust on six, money wise, in a very general sense. Bro, do you think love is natural or is it man-made hoax? Ooh. Look, there are two types of love. Okay, one is the unconditional love, and that unconditional love, ideally, you should be feeling for the world. Okay, that unconditional love is a very universal sort of thing. Conditional love is of course unnatural, but then again, I also feel unconditional love because I'm an animal, right? So my and are my animal needs being met? Okay, so for example, I'm in dating with some I'm dating someone. I know conditional love is a hoax, but that hoax, why would I be with that person otherwise? If that hoax was not fulfilled, why would I be with that person? Right? I want to go out on a date. I want to feel good about myself. I want to eat, I want her to like similar things to me, more or less, not all. I want her to have sex with me. I want to have great conversations with her. It's all fake. I know it. Okay, but the point is that is also a form of learning, right? And also I also want to fulfill my animal needs. So that is a, even though it's a hoax, I'm conscious it's a hoax, and I'm okay with it being a hoax. Okay, so that is the kind of awareness you need, that this is fake, this is real, but I'm okay with fake, and I'm okay with real, and I live real, but I will also need fake because I'm an animal. I'm a human being. I'm a piece of atom. Atoms have conditions to live, right? Because then that's like saying my body doesn't love me unconditionally. Is that a hoax? Yes, because the body needs food, it needs water, it needs nutrition. If he reads Nietzsche, he would know why a person cannot call himself a nihilist. Dude, I don't care. If you cannot explain it, you don't know Nietzsche. Okay? Either you explain it in brief, all right, or shut up. Your take on the idea of living forever, no more mortality. Oh my god, no. Disgusting. Impossible, disgusting, and well, technically lobsters can do it and certain jellyfish can do it, but not something I'm interested in. Not something I'd like to follow or do. Or if someone wants to do it, I think it's a sickness. Uh, Good for them. I think it's a sickness. What's the most important thing to learn in your opinion? Ooh. The most important thing to learn is that everything is temporary, and that nothing has any significance, and that's it. That's all. That is really the most important thing to learn. Oh, okay. And not just that, everything is temporary, but I'm okay with it. That is more important. Get, I'm okay playing with it. I'm okay being there. That is these. It's very powerful thing. Oh, okay, your parents were vegetarians, so you have to follow that rule. Yes, actually, kind of. They were non-veg for a while, and at that point of time, I believe that harming animals is wrong. But now I don't. Now, I mean, I'm at that. I guess at that point I believe. Now I don't care. Now I've changed significantly, and I need nutrition. If I'm alive, I need my good nutrition. What if one spoon honey every day? Have it if you like. I don't know what the this. It's probably good for your brain, I guess. 3 to 4 hours rest is mandatory after a tough workout session. 3 to 4 hours, okay, if you like. I even feel anxiety for jumping. Jumping. Oh, jumping. Um, Look, man, you have to get over the reality of this world, okay? Like, the reality is horrible. It's fine. It's okay. Be okay with it. Realize that it's just a stream of atoms. All right? And you'll be fine. That anxiety will go eventually. If you have medical anxiety, please consult a doctor. All right? How to fight body salmon anxiety. Ooh. Body anxiety, you'll have to fight. If it's serious, you'll have to fight it through a doctor. Bro, and you think you earn these thoughts, that's what they gave you. I recommend you to change attitudes or read well. Look, bro, it doesn't matter whether these thoughts are original or not. If you cannot explain what you are thinking in brief, okay, in any language, you may know Hindi, you may know English, if you cannot explain what you are reading or what you have read about Nietzsche in brief, you don't understand it. Okay, there is always something that you don't understand. I could say, oh, you read Chanakya? I could say, have you read Kafka? I could say, have you read anything? All right, if I cannot explain it well, it doesn't matter what I've read or what you've read. If I cannot explain it well, I do not understand it. Okay? So either you explain it well or shut up. Should we be afraid of parents' death? No. Why should you be? What is there to be afraid? Please explain. What would you ask if God creator appears to you? I'd ask for obliteration of everything. Simple. I'm an atheist. Obliterate everything. Let nothing feel anything anymore. Where are you from? Ooh, I'm from India, dude. Bombay. Does therapy and anxiety pills help in combating mental health problems? Ooh. See, to a certain extent. So I tried. I've talked about this to with somebody recently. It was very interesting. So he initially told me that no, it's so great, and anti-anxiety pills help, and and then 3 months later, I asked him how are you doing, and he's like, bro, I'm in a worse state than I used to be. All right. So personally, I do not think they help. If you truly are in some sort of danger, or if your brain is chemically this, you can try it for a while, but please be conscious about it. Do not be dependent on it. All right. Be conscious about it and be careful about it. Right. The reason you have anxiety, the reason you're combating mental health problems largely, okay, I'm not talking about chemical issues, is because society is a horrible place to live. It kills your spark. It You have zoocosis. That's it, zoocosis, right? So find a way to get over your zoocosis. And again, how did I say it? Learn, go work out, build your body, build your mind, okay, and go find a cause and become stronger than ever. That's all. Make some money also. I'm Bangladeshi, okay. You said old video, you're agnostic about God, also nihilists, like how you tell nihilism reject God concept. What? Your view, bro? If you're like, please go on ChatGPT, write in Hindi if you want, translate it to English, and make coherent sentences. I will not deal with these half-baked sentences. Your view on that IITN Baba. It seems he was made to study hard by his parents. Now he doesn't care. People are abusing him for disrespecting his pen. Let people abuse, they will keep abusing. At this point, there's a revolution going on in India. It's even come in the IAS exam studies about why people are going child free. Okay, so the revolution has come. People are going to abuse, people are angry, people don't want their traditions to be disrespected. That's okay, good for them. Okay, and they made him study. The reason they made him study, but the problem is, if you force someone to do something, they'll automatically do the opposite. Why? Because they don't want to do that thing. And that means when they don't want to do that thing, they're doing something, they're being alone, right? So for example, if you make me study and I do, I'm just like, daydreaming, chilling, that means I'm thinking, that means I'm thinking about life, that means I'm not interacting with my parents. What happens then? Automatically you realize it's all rubbish, it's all nonsense. Heard of the Kumbh Mela stampede incident? Don't know what is worse, people bathing in dirty, polluted waters of the Ganges, or in the name of a spiritual enlightenment, or getting crushed and attain moksha. There is no moksha, my friend. There is no nothing. There's all nonsense. All you can be is free right now. All right. And if those people who died attained any kind of moksha or liberation, good for them, man. I mean, like, uh, just stop being stupid. Don't go, bathe in dirty rivers for whatever reason. All the big politicians and the businessmen, they're doing it for what? For money. What are you getting out of it? What are your thoughts on Schopenhauer and Emile Cioran? I have no thoughts on them. Schopenhauer was cool from what I understand. Cioran has some fantastic things. I don't believe in philosophers, bro. Okay, it's very simple. The philosophy should come from within. My philosophy certainly came from within. All right. I largely read fiction as a child, and yet this came. So I did not read philosophers. If you need to read philosophers and you can agree with what they say, but if you style yourself on their philosophy, then you're not creating something of your own. You're not creating anything original. Okay. Lust is the love of this world, in my opinion. Okay, if you insist. Lust is largely, it largely works on lust. It largely works on boredom. Lust also comes from boredom largely. Because if you're busy doing something, you're not going to feel lust. You're really really busy doing something. So yeah, lust is kind of the love of this world, but not exactly. It's a very complicated subject. I'll have to make an entire video on it. Would you date someone unattractive but loves you extremely? No. Should have to be a certain level of attractive, because I will not be able to like function, if you know what I mean. So yeah. I was exposed to porn accidentally by my father. Those videos were in his PC in 2007. My younger sister also saw something really inappropriate in his phone. She has lost respect for him. Look, there is nothing to lose respect for someone. I mean, I get it that as a child you're traumatized because of it, and it can be a horrible incident, and you should have been more careful. I understand. But that is not an incident you should base your respect upon. Um, Although most parents have no reason to be respected, you should base it on other things, unless you saw child porn or something on his phone. That's a whole different thing. But if you saw normal porn, like, of course it traumatized you and you should have talked to him. But like, losing respect is like a reach, if that is the only incident. If there are other incidents, yes, you losing respect is fair. Your parents had fluctuated like tube lights. They were so unpredictable. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They were completely unpredictable. I'll make a video about my parents once. It's going to be very interesting. That was my nightmare for my sister, and my heart is broken into a million pieces. I feel liberated and broken at the same time. When you get liberated, you will always feel broken. You'll always feel horrible about yourself. I guarantee it. Okay, that is the first thing. Any person, if you see their liberation, it's gone through hell. All right. So I get that with your father, this incident happened and you feel horrible, and your sister also. um you have to decide objectively whether this incident was worth losing respect over. And if you feel truly liberated, then go ahead, disrespect him, get out of his life, just leave. Okay. Slowly Indians are raising their voices against wage slavery. Yeah, I certainly hope so, especially since they are having fewer and fewer kids. Which animal would you prefer to be reincarnated as? Koala for me, 20 to 22 hours of sleep a day. Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm thinking maybe like a bear. I really identify with a bear, like big and burly and very very possessive of its, like they say, a mama bear, very possessive of its children and friends and that kind of. I don't know. Sounds fun. If you ask God to make everything go away, that is called getting moksha. In Hinduism, the main aim is to not exist and find moksha. Correct. Okay. Um, to not exist. No, that is your belief. That is you believing that moksha exists and that there is a place that we stop existing. Well, I'm going to ask him for moksha if that exists. Raf, your thought on we being a stream of atoms is so incredibly powerful that it can explain almost everything pertaining to our anxieties. Most of the heavier atoms in our body come from star cores. Correct. All the atoms, even the heavier, whatever you call heavier, is just a stronger stream. Okay, all of it comes from star cores. All of it comes from a star core. It's just that over time they degrade and become different chemicals and become different, states of matter. Like uranium after 4 billion years or something becomes lead. Yeah, so stuff like that. So yeah, it's basically a stream of atoms. Just remember, no matter what the atom, okay, it is a stream. It's projecting itself. It's moving around and it's creating an image of itself. What is good parenting? Good parenting is letting your child be and letting them do what they need to as long as it's not harmful for them. All right, and guiding them away from bad things but not toward good things. They will figure the good things on their own, I guarantee it. Just make sure that they don't jump off a cliff. That's all. You know, that is what good parenting is. How did you improve your English? Ooh. Well, honestly, like I've always spoken English, but I read a lot of books, a lot of fiction, a lot of very respected people. I've read the Mahabharata in very, very many versions in English also. I mean, largely in English, and yeah, and with very respected authors. So it really helps to read, and keep. There's something called a word a day, AWAD. Go Google it. Every day a word comes. So every day they will talk about something in English and stuff like that. So I keep on top of it always. Slowly, Indians are raising their voices against wage slavery. Right? Where are we? I think that ignorance is bliss when people think there is a God looking after them and believes in a lot of these ideas. Ignorance is bliss to a decent extent, but beyond a certain point, it's only hell. The moment you believe there's a God, you're willing to take any suffering that you can, and you don't believe that there's a God within you. And then you create these problems, oh, God will take care of me while you're suffering. So I don't know if that suffering is wrong, but that delusion keeps you away from the suffering in the sense of it makes you think that you are not suffering. So is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Equal parts. My parents don't have retirement plan, barely have any savings. I wonder how they will survive. Who cares how they will survive? Let them die. If they could not, they had an entire life to plan and they did not plan. I hate such parents. Okay. And my parents are the same. Like, no concept of retirement. No nothing. Just party today. Blow up the money, do whatever we want. Because I need to improve my English till 2025 summer. I will go abroad to do Erasmus. Okay, so you need to then you really need to work on it. I mean, go for a class, start reading books, read books voraciously, open a dictionary, open words, check the words, what they are. Okay, see how they're used in sentences. You have ChatGPT, man. There's no problem now. Did ancient people know about the meaninglessness of life? Oh, I'm sure they thought about it. I'm sure there are books written on it. There are people, the Greeks have thought about it. How to not care about what others think of me? Oh my god. Just realize everything is a stream of atoms and it does not have any meaning. It's all nonsense. Why do you care about others? Because you think that your reputation will go down. Why do you think about the reputation? Because you think you'll make less money. Because your survival will reduce. I already said it. What is this question? In old videos you are agnostic about God, but now you believe nihilism and nihilism reject God concept. Please improve your English, man. What do you think about Illuminati and other conspiracy theories? Ooh. It's possible, man. Everything is possible. I don't care about conspiracy theories much. I really enjoy reading them. I really enjoy understanding them. That's all. Nothing much to say. And Illuminati is very possible. People are dumb, dude. Like Illuminati is just basic smart people with an IQ above 100 who are like, what the hell is happening here? What is this nonsense in this world? Do they call you or miss you them badly? I mean, your parents? No. I don't know if they miss me. I definitely don't miss them. What do you think about anti-work movement? Yeah, it's I agree. If you can lie flat like the Chinese are doing, please do it. There is nothing to work for. There is nothing to achieve. If you can run your life in the way that you are running it currently, please do it. Okay. Why live this life actually? I haven't come across any convincing reasons. Eager to know your thoughts. There is nothing to live for, but the point is that now you are living, right? So might as well live and make the most of it. For example, I have these ambitions. Okay, I'm getting a little personal now. I have these ambitions where I want to take Indians out of India and I want them to work for places like Russia or Ukraine or African countries or different kinds of work. And I want to take hundreds and millions of Indians out. Yeah. Why am I doing this? Because for me, the cause is aphilism. If an Indian comes out of his poverty and he goes to, let's say, Russia, upgrades his lifestyle, puts more carbon, right, in the atmosphere, there we have apocalypse sooner, right? So from that point of view, that is how I think. So you have to find what you think in life, right? There is no reason to live. Even I don't have any reason, but there are so many made up reasons. And my main reason is to learn and grow and understand what this life is, because neither you nor I understand this life, and none of us actually get what is happening. So let's try and understand. Let's at least make an attempt to grow and grow into an understanding and say, okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, and then finally understanding that it's all temporary. So if it's all temporary, might as well live. Might as well find out where it takes us. Curiosity, entertainment, that's all. You understand? I hope I've answered the question. Another way to improve English is to let it be the core language in your inner monologues. Yes, that's a very good thing. You really need to start using English in your everyday. So if you see water, for example, you say, in your head it'll be pani, but you'll be like water. Say that water, and that's when the whole thing starts. So normal things, normal objects, pants, t-shirts, shirts, hair. Just look at yourself and say, okay, eyes, nose, stuff like that. If that is how bad your English is. People who care a lot have an image to maintain. Yeah, exactly. Why do you create an image? Destroy your own image in society. I have made a video called Destroy Your Own Image. What do you think about Elon Musk? Is he smart? He is definitely smart. He's manipulating a whole government. I don't know whether he's going to achieve everything he wants, but I like what he's doing currently. Why aren't Chinese having kids? What reason do they give, if you know? The reason is that they are so used to having one child. I'm telling you, once you get addicted to the child free life or to the single child life, you will never come back from it. That is why Chinese are doing it. I like your live videos. I just want to know what is the motivation behind your YouTube channel. What do you I think you are doing it to kill boredom. I'm not I'm doing it to kill boredom. I'm doing everything to kill boredom, sir. Okay. Secondly, I'm doing it to make others realize that okay, life is nonsense. Yeah. I'm doing it to help parents if they already are parents. I'm doing it to help people who want to become parents and to make sure that they don't become parents. I'm doing it to help you guys if you're frustrated, tired with your parents, tired in your lives. I certainly hope it helps. I don't care whether it helps you or not. What I care is that my thoughts about life become sharper. Okay, my realization of temporariness in life becomes is constant. All right, my language skills become better. That's all. That I'm always thinking, that I'm always learning. That's all I care about. Are poor more religious than rich? Of course, poor will always be more religious because the rich realize what life is. Generally, are you scared of commitment in a relationship? And if yes, what is the reason? I'm not scared of commitment. There is nothing to be scared of. If a relationship shows up at the right time, great. If Buddha was alive, he would definitely have referenced video games as an analog to life. What do you think? Yes, he basically said, like, it's all a game at some level. Yes, he would have definitely referenced. I'm going to go fast now because it's almost 1 hour and what I'd like to end it. And what about Emendum says that it might create climate for other people and animals, and people will just relocate to a higher place. What? The climate, you mean? They'll relocate to a higher place for what? I'm just asking you to believe in God by being nihilist. Do you believe in God by being nihilist? I don't believe in God, dude. What's wrong with you? There is no God. If there is a God, He's within you. If at all. If. I don't believe. There's nothing to believe. What is truth? Truth is truth is you knowing yourself, understanding what is important to you, and realizing that all of this is temporary and being okay with it. Okay, that is truth. Have you seen the trend? I would rather die than work 9 to 5. Multiple people have made it on YouTube. Yeah, I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy that they're doing it. People should make it more of a trend. How to get laid if you are an introvert. Oh my god. I'm not here for this kind of advice, man. Please, that's a whole different video. Uh, and if your goal is to just get laid, then there are places where people sell themselves. If you want something better, then improve on yourself. Okay, go out, talk to people. You are an introvert, go talk to people. I am trying to be minimalistic, but my body, ego wants more stuff. And constantly are suffering because of this. I feel like as long as you have a body, you can't really be stoic, ego minimalist. I disagree. It's not about your body, it's about your mind. Okay, your mind is still stuck there. Your body doesn't need much. Your body needs a bed, your body needs food. That's it. That's really it. Okay, some level of comfort and some level of nutrition. That's all. So, anything beyond that is a mind that is a game that your mind is playing. If you were born in 10,000 BC, do you think you'd have all these desires? So what do you say? What do you think your body is for? It's all your mind. It's all this marketing game that is played by the companies. All right, so get over it. Realize what nonsense it is. They are all only asking you to obey. Being single is addictive. Even if you find a partner, there is constant psychological pressure of their presence. Yes, there is. There is. So you have to decide what you want a partner for. Personally, I want a partner for compounding. Okay. In the sense of we compound memories, we develop a love language, we have signs that one understands the other. There is a witness to your life. It's all bullshit. I know it's all bullshit. But the point is that I enjoy it. It makes sense to me. And most importantly, there is someone I can have a constant conversation with. All right. And that conversation compounds. So we spoke about something yesterday. Now let's speak about this detail of that yet today, and then that detail of that in 3 days. Okay, and that person living with you, it makes a big difference. Over, I have many people that I speak with on WhatsApp, or I speak with on what do you call it, Instagram. There are a lot of you also, and we constantly talk about these topics, right? We constantly talk about different topics, but having someone with you is a very different vibe. Like it's just a vibe that I want. It's a good feeling that I want. I don't want to continue, really. I'm tired. Yeah, me too. So, well, um, just try a little bit more. No? What are you doing anyway? Since you're here, try it a little bit and try come to the realization that it's fine. We are going very very soon. Trust me. The climate is coming. Okay. Yeah, because of climate. Okay, so the theory that everything will move to a higher place because of the climate. Well, that's absolutely bullshit because the higher place is also going to have problems. Okay, for example, you move to a higher place, the glacier is melting, so there are floods. Yep. What's the point? And then those higher places have radiation. They'll have solar radiation. They'll have cold. They'll have extreme cold. So you are trapped. You go to the let's talk about people moving from the tropics to the, let's say, Europe or Russia. Even Europe and Russia, you know what is happening right now? All the permafrost is melting and the ground is sinking. There are literally sinkholes. All right. So, no place in the world is going to be unaffected by climate change. That's all. I don't know how to end myself, but I really don't want to work hard. Why don't you try working hard? Okay. I'll tell you why. Even I hated hard work. Just try it. Try some fun, something that gives you like joy. Okay, try some hard work and then we'll talk about it. Okay, because there is a joy in hard work. Which one? You choose die instantly or become immortal. Die instantly. What kind of a question is that? I have seen enough and I don't want to see the world. There's nothing to see. There is nothing to see. There is only to experience within yourself. Okay. So move up from that whole, oh, I want to end my life. I mean, you can always do it. I'm just saying there are options. Recently, Karnataka allowed passive euthanasia to terminally end. India is taking baby steps. Yes, I'm very happy about that. I feel fear of losing family members, and any bad thing can happen at any time. Whenever something good happens to me, I think, what will the punishment of this happiness? Why are you, my point is, why are you feeling happy and sad? It's all ego. Get over your ego, please. End it. Remember that everything is temporary. Good times come, wow, temporary, temporary. Bad times, temporary. It's all bullshit. It's all rubbish. Calm down. Stream of atoms, bro. Might climate change make it harder for people to develop technology that will sterilize the planet when the right time comes? What? No, no, no. I'm not going to go that deep into the whole thing, man. Thanks, Raf. You brighten our day. When will be the next live session? It helps me. I'm glad. I maybe next week. Let's try. Okay. I generally I'm gonna try and keep it every week or 2 weeks. It really depends on how free I am, man. I'm so glad that it helps you. I used to depressed or over it. See, I'm always depressed at some level. Okay. In the sense of I don't understand what is happening with this world. And I don't understand why I should go through it. Alright, but I'm okay with it. Being depressed does not mean oh I'm so sad. You're okay with it. But being aware, fine. You know. I'm not my brain, I'm not my body. I am fine. That's what I am. Can a person live entirely alone? Yes. I mean, as long as you have food and whatever, and you things you don't need society for, yeah. I mean, if you have all that, you can totally live alone. भाई कौन है आप ब्रो कॉन्टेक्स्ट रहने दो भाई बहुत कॉन्टेक्स्ट देना पड़ेगा मेरा चैनल देख लो बाद में when is the beard coming back? Oh, the beard I threw it man last year. I mean not last year, maybe last month, a few months ago. But anyway, oh, few months ago is last year, correct. But even in such conditions they will still procreate even if in stone age. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They don't care. They will procreate when the sun is radiating, when everything is dying. Don't care. People, there's this beautiful saying, I keep repeating it and I keep repeating it all my lives, that housewives will cook their neighbors for dinner and they will still not admit that anything is wrong. That means they'll be cooking human beings for dinner, their own neighbors, and still be unable to admit that anything is wrong. That is how bad we are. That is Vinashakale Viparita Buddhi. That means when the end is near, you lose your brains completely. It's going to be like the Fallout game, correct? Thank you, NihilAnand. I love your thoughts and content. Please never stop making content. I love your thoughts and everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very happy. Two poor people becoming parents is doing harm to kids. Correct. You are very strong. Thank you. What do you think of Advaita Vedanta? Oh my God, I love it. It's excellent. It's dialectical. People are talking about it. They come to it's very very close to what goes on within my head. Okay. Your lives are of huge comfort to many people. The idea that someone who thinks and lives like me is very liberating. Continue the work. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. This is why I share. This is why I come forward and say, let's do it. Because firstly it came from me. It blew out from me. Na pat ke nikla bolte na. And then I saw that okay, you guys too are there. So I was reaching out, and now you guys are reaching out, and that's it. What more do we live for? Reaching out, talking, you know, loving each other in that sense. Whatever. It's not Nihil Anand anymore. It's Sisyphean Anand. Divorce is increasing in India is a good sign. Yes, it's a very good sign. What's your future plan or like marriage and all? No, no. Let's see. I don't care. I don't have plans, bro. I just live. I love Acharya Prashant's teachings. Yes. Some people say transhumans can solve this by removing brain receptor and put brain in computer and give pleasure constantly. Okay. So if they still procreate, they won't suffer from radiation. They will, but then we are already living worse and worse lives. Our genes are degrading. Okay, we are getting worse and worse as we live, and yet we live. We live at a lower and lower and lower bar. That's all we are going to do all our lives now. So this is yeah. What do you think about IIT Baba? There's nothing to think about him. I've already talked about him. I'm not going to talk more. Okay, I'm going to end this live. Thank you so much for showing up. I love you all. Okay, I will talk again. I'll next week I may come with a Hindi live. Let's see. I will inform you about all that on this channel. Okay. Bye. See you. Take care. Bye.